Is there a right way, or is there a wrong way of applying fragrances? In today's video, I'm going to tell you my spray routine, how it's evolved, how it's changed, how you guys should be doing it, and as always, I'm going to choose a scent of the day. Welcome back to the channel for another snack-sized bite of fragrance content. Today, it's all about the pump action. Oh, that's actually nice and fresh. I have over 250 fragrances here at the Mr. Seasons scent bar, and it's continuing to grow as you guys join me on my fragrance journey. In the early days, I didn't really have a spray routine whatsoever. I used to blast it on left, right and centre. I literally didn't put any care or thought into how I apply my fragrance. As I've become more knowledgeable, I've kind of picked up on quite a few little tips, and I'm going to tell you guys what they are. I'll just be 1 second, I need to go and get something. Just went and grabbed my lotion. More on that in a second. As this video evolves, we're going to reach a climax. We're going to be reaching that moment where Mr. Seasons sprays himself. I'm feeling pressure, that climatic moment. So I'm going to do my best to do a real good demonstration of how to apply my fragrances, but it might not go according to plan. It never does with Mr. Seasons. First of all, before applying a fragrance, it's all about the lotion. And what do I use? I use a scent-free lotion, because after all, why would you use a scented lotion when you're going to be covering it up with your favourite fragrance? That's just ridiculous, isn't it? I go for CeraVe. Other moisturisers are out there, and I am not sponsored. Not yet. So let's apply some lotion quickly. Not too much. I'm certain to make a right mess and hash of this. Here we go. I've got no mirror, so I'm going to use the camera as the mirror. Get it on around the neck. Get yourself all lotioned up, guys. Get lotioned up. Why? Well, the research says that by lotioning up, you're creating a moisture barrier between the skin, which means when you apply the fragrance, it soaks into the moisturizer as opposed to just sitting on the skin and instantly evaporating. And it gets locked in by the moisture and held onto the skin longer. So there is a bit of research into it. What I can say is I have noticed that since I've been lotioning up, it's been lasting longer. I've been going longer. Been lasting longer. Not lasting longer. The fragrances have been lasting longer. You know what I mean? Right, all lotioned up. We're getting towards the moment, the climatic moment. And I'm going to explain, before I actually do it, what I'll be doing. And by the way, I will be choosing a scent of the day as well. I'm going to pick up another fragrance randomly, Tuxedo. Oh, what a little belter. And I'm going to show you, before we do the real deal, how it should, in theory, go. How it'll actually pan out is another matter. And it depends on the fragrance that you're wearing, because, for example, Tuxedo is quite a potent little EDP. Is it an EDP? Or is it an extrait? I've actually forgotten. Oh my God, Mr. Seasons. Yeah, I was right. EDP. The more powerful the potion, the less lotion. Oh, that rhymes. The more powerful the scent, the less sprays you need, and so on and so forth. It's not rocket science, guys. Let's be honest. There's a lot of content out there about application of fragrances, but mine's going to be the best. No, it's not. Right, serious note. What I recommend is going for the hot spots. You've got your adrenal glands, where all the heat from the blood flow, where you've got your veins. Is it your adrenal glands there? Or your guttural? No, that's your guttural, isn't it? We'll go to that in a second. Adrenal glands, application there. The hot spots, your guttural area to get some forward projection. You want to go for the rear to get some sillage, some scent trail, and then I always recommend finishing off on the pulse points. A couple of reasons, actually. What I've found by applying fragrances to the pulse points is a couple of things. You don't go Nostradamus blind, nose blind, that quick. It lasts longer, because when you've got your fragrances all around the neck area, you do tend to go nose blind far easier. And I've found that by having a couple of dabs on the old wrist, it just goes a bit longer. You don't go nose blind. Which is really good. That's what we want. And we want to enjoy these fragrances for ourselves as well. We don't want others to just appreciate them. We want to enjoy them, don't we? But we want to get compliments. So that's why I think my spray routine works the best. Enough waffle, Mr. Seasons. On with the spray routine. We've waited. We're at that moment. I've probably dragged the video on just long enough for a bit of daily content. And now we're on to the spray routine. But first, what am I going to pick as my scent of the day? Well, it's going to be one that is very close to Mr. Season's heart. It's actually one that started this whole fragrance journey off behind me. What is it? Well, it's a fragrance I wore every single day, and I've been telling people on all my other social media platforms about this. Every single day I wore this fragrance, and I went through bottles and bottles and bottles of the stuff before I really got heavily into it. And it's a fragrance that you guys are probably going to instantly say, oh, Mr. Seasons, what have you done? It's a fragrance that everyone has kind of now blacklisted, which I don't understand because it's such a great fragrance. It's probably the greatest modern day fragrance of all time, in my opinion. I'm going to reach for it now. Come to Papa. You know what it is. You've just seen the bottle top, the unmistakable bottle top, a little sneaky peek. There it is, guys. Sauvage EDT. I've got the EDP, I've got Elixir, but it's all about the EDT. That's going to be my scent of the day, and that's what I'm going to use to show you my scent application method. Spray routine. And I want to hear from you guys. What's your go-to fragrance? Pop it in the comments. And as always, like with all my other videos, I'm new and growing here on YouTube. I would really appreciate a like, a comment, and subscribing. It's completely free. Enough waffle, we're on to the good stuff. We're nearly there. And bear in mind that when you apply your fragrance, how I like to think of it in my head is you're trying to replicate a glorious bubble machine. You know, the bubble machines that throw bubbles everywhere, 3D all around. That's kind of what you're doing when you apply your fragrance. I'm not going to talk about applying fragrances to clothes because I just think that's a big no. Pop it in the comments. Do you agree on that or disagree? Why do you want to apply your fragrances to your clothes? That's just a big fat no. You're just going to stink your clothes and they're not going to wash off. So no, I'm probably going to end up now getting it all over me and all over my clothes because we're there. We're at the climatic moment. It's arrived. Right, pucker up, guys. Let's get comfortable. The spray routine. Nothing dramatic, no dramatic music, but we're going to get there, guys. Right, first thing, off with the top. Definitely going to chip my tooth one day doing that. Right, here we go. Do it justice, Mr. Seasons. Do it justice. Right. You do that motion, you see that? Because you want coverage. Coverage, did you see that? You don't want to just blast it twice in the same spot. So we've gone for 2 sprays there. I started there, and then I did another one with a motion down the adrenal glands. So that's 2. See it? That's 4. 2 and 4, pop, and then then we go right on the old guttural. We're at 5. Now we're on the back. 6, then 7, 8. 8 sprays. Now that's what I recommend on most of my fragrances minimum, apart from Mason Crivelli or Sauvage Elixir or Arabian's Tonka. You know those ones, the beast mode projectors of the game. Don't do that with them or you're going to cause yourself major problems. But no, 8 sprays, but with this being an EDT, I'd probably even go back and probably reapply a couple in the bits I've missed. There we go, 10 sprays, guys. That's my spray routine. And I just do it. It's just natural now. I'd love to hear from you guys. What's your spray routine? How do you apply your fragrances? Is there a specific way? I've gone for 10 sprays of Sauvage EDT. If it was Tuxedo, it would be 6 to 8. It's different for each lotion, but it's always both sides of the neck, front, back, and both wrists. Am I right? Am I wrong? Right, okay guys, bit of quick fragrance content. Thanks for watching, you Nostradamus. And until the next time, get on out there and get yourselves seasoned. Bye-bye.